So there you are. Most of you guys finished in our first total school year. For most of us, we struggled. We've had nights staying up. We struggled with like our problems. But have you ever stopped and like think about hearing your seat about what other students, maybe in other UCs, other Cal states, other countries are doing and working to get the same education that you're getting now? So basically, what this question makes you think about is whether you value your education as a student sitting here, and whether or not you're taking really like advantage of everything you have here in the university and just in general for studying in one of the greatest countries with the best education in the world. So just to verify, just to quickly go through, education throughout different countries have a different value. Going back to a conversation that I had with my coworker, he's actually my administrator slash manager. He went to Brown University, and what he told me when I talked to him that I was being involved in school, he told me I went to a great university. He went to Brown University, but what he had said is that I wish I would have taken the advantage. I would have taken the resources that I had within the university. But now that I'm actually out, I wish I would have talked to certain people, had certain contacts, picked certain environment, so that after I graduated, I would have had a stable background. So, by learning more about the values and the value of education, the resources that you have right now before you graduate and you go into the real world, you'll realize that everything you have here in the university for these 45 years, depending on how you are, should not be taken for granted. Um, so first, I will explain the value of education, and I will show you the value of education throughout many countries outside the U.S. Next, I will talk about how maybe, I'm not saying most of you, because maybe most of you do, but how even without even noticing, most of us might, in other words, take education for granted, or not even that, but take the resources that we have here for granted. And finally, I will discuss about how we could take advantages here before we go out to the real world, where we might have a degree, but yet have no work experience and no contacts, and just be lost. So first, moving on to the values of education. According to the higher education in children in low-income families on a website by Project News by Sandy Young, a professor in Vanderbilt University in 2009, Mexican immigrants and low-income students have a more challenging experience in college. Meaning by maybe their parents didn't go to college, and so they don't have that like backup resource. And other than that, many immigrants maybe that come here to study, just in the same classroom as you are, have had language barriers and other barriers that have been in their way. Also, in an article by Eric Digest, especially website dedicated for education, especially in Mexico. And this is just an example. So basically, if you look back, we talked about how we didn't realize the value of textbooks until we got to college. Because most of the time, through kinder, I guess, through first grade till senior year, textbooks were free. What this article says that since 1964, usually students in other countries, basically you're saying the example in Mexico, have to pay for their textbooks starting at middle school. And they also have to pay private institution tuition. And also according to the New York Times, it's an example of Colombia, where girls, instead of investing in their education, they don't really get the grants or scholarship money that we do here in the U.S. So for them, it's easier to invest instead of investing in their education, they invest on like their surgeries and like themselves in order to think that their beauty will one day get them out of the poverty. According to the New York Times, plastic surgery is so tied to this dream of becoming somebody that plastic surgery is looked as upward mobility. So in other words, they see as like plastic surgery as a way. That's their education for them. They don't really value education because for them they don't get the federal grants, they don't get any money at all, and it's really hard to get an education in that country. So now that I talked about the value of education in like countries outside the U.S., I will move on to the advantages that we have here in the U.S. and here in the university. Here in the U.S., there's a many, like many, I'm saying like a lot of scholarships, starting from fast food restaurants to banks to little corporations, private corporations that someone could search up really easily. That time that you have on Instagram, those 5-10 minutes that you have on Instagram, those could have been used to search up, just going on Google and like saying U.S. Bank scholarship or McDonald's scholarship. There's basically for every corporation there might be a scholarship out there, and you might not even know it. So I suggest that those 5-10 minutes that you spend on Instagram, Twitter, just take a time aside. Maybe in the summer you feel like it's too late. Maybe take those 5 to 10 minutes during the summer to make this really like time useful, because we have a lot of money out there. Students don't take advantage. So basically for Professor Lane, we have the student center, the student union. What we you might not know is that half of the tuition per quarter, which is estimated of $2,000, $1,000 goes to your tuition and $1,000 goes for little student fees that people don't take advantage. So in other words, half of your tuition that you're paying here at the university is going to student resources that you may not take advantage, such as tutoring, free blue bugs, or scan signs. So now that I talked about the different advantages that we have here, I will talk about how you could make a good source of the resources. One would be by visiting the social student union, getting informed about internships or work opportunities, going to the health center, getting your checkups. There's a lot of free things here and events that you could take advantage of, and get the experience so that you have it on your resume after you graduate. Then to conclude this speech, I feel that everyone should be really take advantage of what we have here. Look up the resources that the university offers, because that will be available after you graduate. I reviewed everything with the value and how we should look at it. And to conclude, just really